What's going on YouTube? My name's Jeremy. I'm back again with another video. And before I get started, I want to say from the last video, I, even in editing, did not notice how many times that I repeated myself, and I'm very sorry about that. So I'm new to this. Stick with me. I promise things are going to get better. I've said that in the last video, saying it again. But even in editing, I didn't notice. So sorry about that, but I hope everybody did watch it and get something out of it, and I really do appreciate you watching it. And tonight I want to talk about what happened Monday night on Street Outlaws, and I also hope you enjoy the video, and thanks for watching. First thing I want to talk about in this video is something that JJ said last night in one of his interviews, and he was talking about that the 405 says that they're the best anywhere on the street, and if that be true, then why do they have to have so much while they're racing? And I've never really thought about it, but they want things a certain way, certain time during the race, wanted, and I understand it's to win, and that's when they think they have the most advantage, but if they do claim to be the best in the world, then why does it matter? And also, when they had their little plan figured out, when the guy in the new Corvette come up and him and Farm Truck was trying to lock in a deal, Chief got mad. Chief got, from there through 3/4 of the 2-hour episode, he was just pissed. He was so pissed. What JJ said made sense in my book. May not agree, and I'm not talking bad about it or nothing. It made me think about a lot of things that has happened in the past on the show when they was downgrading people for saying pretty much the same thing. So you can kind of leave your thoughts in the comments for that. Alright, first thing I want to talk about is the very first race of the night, and that was a guy named Doc Hollywood driving a C7 Corvette and Farm Truck in the Farm Truck, and the Farm Truck is actually very fast now compared to earlier in the season when it was a joke or nobody fast, so to speak, wanted to race him. That truck is literally fast right now. It could literally beat people. I mean, it's scary fast. He is beating people. When I say he could literally beat people, I'm talking like list people. And the truck's come so far in the past several years, and I have never even heard of that guy until Monday night, and that tells you how fast that car was, because he had Farm Truck through the whole race, and it got a little bit squirrely, and Farm Truck just nosed him out at the end, getting the first win for the 405 last night. And I thought it was a good race. I really didn't think Farm Truck was going to have enough real estate to come around him, but he did, and he took home the first win. The next race I want to talk about right quick, and that is Shane versus Precious. And I know Shane had a few problems during the race, but he just absolutely got drugged by Precious. And as far as the show goes, against the 405, that makes her 3-0 versus the 405. But she did get outrun by the Murder Nova when they was not filming off the set. So there's a kind of a little argument going on there. But she just flat drugged Shane in that race. And I really didn't expect to see that coming. But the next race I want to talk about is Jamie Cox in the Killer Cab. I think that car is just wicked cool. I love the wrap on it. I think it's an awesome job. It kind of reminds me of something like the Swamp Thing. I love that wrap patina, old rust looking type of wrap on the car. But he did outrun Dominator, and I thought that was a pretty good race. Dominator still cannot stage that car. Go back about 4 videos of mine, and I talked about that because I said that I didn't even know if he was going to be on the list in season 10, and if it doesn't get any better than it did last night, then what I said looks more and more true. The next race I want to talk about is Reaper and Jason Carpenter. Now, I want to know if Carp is related to JJ or just like his best friend, but he just completely railed Reaper, and I really feel like that is going to be the last time that you see Reaper go on an out-of-town race with that car. I feel like his new car that he is building or has already built will hopefully do better, because that one he's got now just royally sucks, and Carp railed him, and There's really not much to say about it other than Reaper sucked in that race last night against Carp, and he lost. Next race I want to talk about is Kamikaze versus Mustang Mike. And when that wreck happened in real life 2 or 3 months ago, it was all over the internet. Everybody knew about it, but I didn't know what had happened. I did not know the throttle hung wide open, and that car is a very, very competitive and stupid fast car. He does already have a new car. He is racing it and has been racing it, but if you notice in the background, Kamikaze lays just a straight, great A to B pass that I think it would have been a very good race if that hadn't happened. And I'm glad he's okay. I'm glad everything's okay. That sucks for the car, but in the long run, I feel like he does have a better car now than what he did have. It is a newer model Mustang, and I'm assuming it still has the same drivetrain in it as that one, but I'm not 100% sure. I will find out, and I will let you know as soon as possible. There's 2 cars from Memphis that I want to talk about right quick that I think needs to get their shit together real quick. That's Don Gingrich in Gangster, which is the new model Firebird. It looks just like the Prostitute or Birdman's car, same body style, same everything. And they did say last night that he was their fastest guy, and I said that in a previous video. I think that that car is just crazy fast. I think that guy is a track racer who's trying to bring it to the street, and he's overpowering the road every single time that I have seen him race. Another one is Dennis Bailey. I don't know Dennis Bailey. I've heard that he's a super awesome guy. He's an engine builder, and at one time Chief had even talked to Dennis about building him an engine, but he's a smart ass to everybody in the 405. He's cocky. Him and Murder Nova has been going back and forth since the very first time they met, and he keeps talking shit to Murder Nova about he's going to outrun him, he's going to outrun him, and he never does. And him and Don never can hook up and go. They smoke the tires all the way down the track. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the 3rd car that Dennis Bailey has had on Street Outlaws and has not had any luck with none of the 3. So I think that he needs to, if he's going to build that much power, he's going to have to figure out how to get it to the ground and go straight, or he's going to turn the car way down and go A to B. That's the only 2 choices he has to do anything in street racing. There's just a few more races I want to talk about that happened last night, and the first one being Kenneth Gully outruns Doc in the Bounty Hunter, but he did jump. If it would have been a, both left at the flashlight, that would have been a dead nuts race. That would have been a bumper to bumper race. But Doc did get the win due to a technicality, and that's how Doc usually takes it. Okay, the next race I want to talk about is Brian Britt in the Assassin, the new Assassin. He does not have the 68 Camaro anymore. He has a new car, and so Chuck just rails this guy. They leave together, and that's about all they done together. Chuck was A to B, fast, wide open. The Assassin took off, lost it, got out of it, and that was the end. Okay, the next race I want to talk about that happened last night would have been Dave versus Lee Roberts in Night Force. I think that Lee Roberts' car is one of the fastest in the country on the street. Also, 2 or 3 videos ago, I said the same thing, and they got into Dave's ego in the driver's meeting, and Dave locked into the race with him, and he got outrun. Dave, being Dave, gave the excuse that his car lost all power about halfway down the track, and maybe true, may not be true. He might have let off, who knows, but he did get railed by Lee Roberts. That car is just stupid, wicked fast, and I think that that car will be in Memphis's top 3 or 4. I said that last video, or I said that a couple of videos ago talking about Memphis. So I kind of seen that one coming when they locked in. And the last race I want to talk about from Monday night was Midget, or JJ, versus Chief. I think that was a huge publicity stunt, because if it wouldn't have been already set up that way, I do feel like Chief would have got pissed, because when Chief bets on anything, he is so technical about all the bets and all, if he would have lost, I 100% say he would not have paid, because he had a bet locked in that he could outrun JJ and Heifer, and that's not what happened. Chief just railed that car, and I'm not saying it was her driving. I just think that Chief's car is that fast compared to that car, and I think that was all a publicity stunt, and it may not have been, but that's what I think, and what I think don't matter. So that's what happened Monday night, Street Outlaws Season 10, Episode 1, and thanks for watching this video. Thanks for staying to the end, and remember, please stick with me. I know I mess up. I know I say stuff over and over sometimes. I know that I'm not perfect at this. My editing skills are not the best in the world, but I will come around. It will get better. Please stick with me. Please subscribe. Thanks, and have a great day. One more thing before I leave. Out of the 60-something comments that I have in the other video, 61 of them is people telling me that I repeated myself. If somebody else has done said it like 15 times, you don't have to say it again. It don't matter. I'm going to mix it up with you, and I'm going to say something smart ass back, so it don't matter. But even the haters on there, they're just fans waiting to be converted. So say what you want to. I'll mix it up with you. Thanks for commenting. Even though you may have hated the video, by you commenting what you commented, it made me go up. It made my channel move up a notch. So thanks to everybody. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And the ones that start watching my video 5 minutes after they're out, thank you very much. Stick with me. Like I said, big things coming. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.